Yo, what is up, guys? Methods here, giving you guys another commentary. And today I have a Slums Hardpoint versus Team Quantic, Fizzer, Twiz, Liar, and Nameless. Obviously, really solid team, former Team FaZe, but yeah, this is Slums Hardpoint. I believe I dropped like 32 kills, but as always, I really don't want to touch too much on the gameplay. You know, that's just a little something I use to talk over, but as you see in the title, I want to talk about, progression and, why teams tend to fall apart or disband very so often. But so starting off, starting a team, you find players that you feel confident with, and I always see a lot of players that don't get along teaming just because of their skill. Obviously that can work, but most of the time it doesn't work. I mean, if you don't get along with your teammates, if you're always arguing, if you guys overall can't have fun while playing, it's going to be difficult to be successful. You don't want a team with, lame people who are always going to bring you down or who are always going to argue with you. You want a team with friends, Don't make your friends your teammates, make your teammates your friends. That's a pretty good quote. I mean, you don't want to team with players just because they're your friends. You want to team with good players that you get along with and, make them your friends. But, so, that's one thing. You got to play with people that you get along with. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. You're going to always want to break up, you're always going to argue, and overall just not good if you just constantly have a teammate nagging at you or coming at you for something you did. So overall it's better to get along with your teammates and make sure you guys are on the same page, if that makes sense, and you guys want to always be, respectful toward each other. For example, say someone does something wrong mid-map, wait till after the game to bring it up. Obviously, it's really hard to do. To be honest, I don't even do that. I always bring it up mid-game, but it's something that's really going to help a team if you can work on that, bring up some flaws after the map, go to your theater, see what went wrong, things like that. And that's something as a player I'm starting to realize I need to start doing because, I don't do a lot of these things. And overall, some things you have to do to be a successful team and, go where you want to go. Because obviously me, if I place pro Dallas in 8 days, I'm pretty sure I'll be the youngest pro. Unless someone younger places pro than me, but I don't see that happening. To be honest, I don't know anybody as young as me who is on a decently top team. So I obviously want to strive to be the best. I want to be a great player, and having fun, smart teammates is always a plus. That always helps the team stick together. Another thing is losing. You guys are gonna lose. I mean, you can't win every scrim. I don't care who you are. You cannot win every scrim. Complexity is known for being a great team on LAN and online, and even they lose. They don't break up. They don't break up over online scrims if they lose a scrim. It doesn't work like that. You can have a team, with 4 of the best players of the game, and you guys are going to lose. It happens. It's Call of Duty. Especially with this game, online not being the most consistent, you're bound to lose. And the successful teams are the ones that get over that. You can't be taking online scrims so seriously. To be honest, I rage over them. I won't lie. I get really mad online when we lose scrims, and, we get bullshitted. I won't sit here in front. I'm not going to BS you guys. I get heated. I rage on Twitter a lot, and that's another thing I need to change if I want to be, successful with me and my team. But, yeah, you guys got to progress. I mean, you guys can't get down over a loss. You guys can't fall apart. You guys got to keep playing. You got to change your style. You got to adapt to certain play styles. You're not going to win every scrim. You can ask every pro team and, the proclaimed best teams of the game and ask them if they lost a scrim. Some teams even lose scrims on the daily, but they go to LAN and they shit on everything. It's so different. The environment's different. The pressure gets to you on, for example, most amateurs, for example, say I'm in a 1v1 at Dallas and Search and Destroy on main stage. I won't lie, I'll be shitting my pants. Like, I will not front. I will be crapping all over the place. Like, I will be scared shitless compared to another player. Let's lose a player like Fizzer, for example. He's been on the main stage. He's been in front of many people, a lot, and I don't think he'd be as nervous as I would be. This is my first MLG event, and most amateurs feel like they have something to prove, and that, they have to, I'm saying, like, the nerves are going to get to them more than, it would get to somebody who's already proved himself. That may be different. I mean, I'm not sure. That's just an AM perspective, what I'm looking at, but, you gotta, overall, like, you you got to take losses, and you got to understand that you're not going to win everything. And losing is inevitable. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can put the best 4 players in the game on a team, and they will lose, and it's a fact. I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's not. It's not something that you can control. Like, say 2 players had a bad game, and there's really nothing you can do. It's very inconsistent. It's something that's bound to happen. I see a lot of teams break up over it. My team argues over scrims. I won't lie. We are horrible at capture the flag. That's our weakest game type. We often beat most teams in the hard point every time we scrim. Our CTF is horrendous. Last night we scrimmed Envy. We won the series 6-5. We lost 3 capture the flags out of 3 capture the flags. So, CTF, it really is not our strong point. Like, we get absolutely demolished in CTF, and it's something that we got to change. I mean, I won't lie. I mean, I think CTF's a little bit broken in this game with the respawns and the 5-second delay. But I always find myself complaining about it. But there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, we got to overcome it. We got to win. So, complaining obviously brings the team down, and my team tends to complain. I mean, let's be real. Everybody gets mad at the game. It's bound to happen. You're not going to sit here and be happy while you're scrimming 24/7. It's impossible. I mean, no one can have constant fun while losing. Everybody hates losing. That's a fact. No one enjoys losing, but you got to overcome it. You got to stick together. You guys got to practice together. Like, say, for example, your team formed a week ago, and you guys raped everybody for those first 4 days, and the next 2 days you've been getting raped. Just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, you got to give it time. SOAR, I mean, when we started off, we started winning every scrim. We basically won every scrim online. We got to UMG. We placed 5th/6th. We got back, and we got raped in scrims. I mean, people are going to say, you dropped Mosh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we had our reasons for that. Pretty sure I talked about it in another video, but that's not the point. I mean, you got to stick together. I mean, obviously, some things happened where Funk was forced to quit, but there's nothing we can, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, but, you got to progress. I mean, losing isn't something that should, break up a team. Like, obviously, if you guys get raped and lose 24/7, your teammates are arguing to break up. But if you have a team of good players that will perform when they need to, work at it. I mean, get that chemistry. That's what Call of Duty is. Enjoying your teammates and having chemistry. Honestly, that's so big in Call of Duty. You have no clue in any game. Even sports. I mean, you could have the best players in the game, but if you have players constantly nagging each other and fighting, you won't enjoy it. So you're not going to play as well. You do better at things that you enjoy. Do you not? I do horrible in school. I won't lie, because I don't enjoy it. But I enjoy playing video games. I'm not half bad. I mean, I consider myself a pretty decent player. So most of the time, if you actually enjoy doing something, then overall you'll probably be better at doing that, or more skillful. But that's just my take on the situation. But a lot of teams breaking up and fucking people over, especially before Dallas. I've seen some players drop some players, 8 days before Dallas, and it's pretty screwed up how that works. But I'm not gonna make any comments about teams who did it. Obviously, some teams have their reasons, but you got to work through certain things. I mean, you can lose a couple scrims, you can argue, but overall, just progress of the team. I mean, I'll use Optic as an example. Optic pretty much loses every scrim online, and they say this themselves, so don't think I'm hating on Optic, but and they get to LAN, and it's totally different. Every single one of their players shines, and they all play so well together. They're so experienced that online doesn't matter to them. They lost this qualifier, and obviously everybody hates losing, but to be honest, you can't get mad at it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was pissed we lost the qualifier, but I realized LAN's coming up, best of fives. It's going to be a good time. You can't get down because that brings your teammates down. And I learned the hard way. I mean, I used to have the worst attitude in the game. I'll admit it. I used to have the worst attitude, and it ruined it hurt my team. But this commentary is coming to an end. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more of these. Hopefully, I cleared some things up and helped some people out, but yeah, guys, I'm